The pasuk tells us about the famous incident of the rock, Moses and the rock. So it says, "Vayore Moshe es yado." Okay, the head of the hard scroll. Then Moses raised his arm, and what did he do? Vayachas aselo, and he struck the rock. There are a couple extra words here. It should say, and he struck the rock. What's raising his arm and he struck the rock? He didn't have to raise his arm. You just go, you strike the rock. You hear the kasha, David?
I hear.
What's Vayore Moshe es yado? So, the Hilge Rabbi Nachman Mendel Rimanov says a nice pshat, and that's as follows. If you look in the Torah, by the Akedah, same thing. Avram Avinu, Vayishlach Avram es yado, Vayikach es ha'ma'acheles. He stretched out his hand and he took the knife. You don't have to stretch out your hand. You take the knife and you do what you got to do once you have your knife in your hand. What's this drama? What was it? Tom Cruise? Okay? Vayishlach Avram es yado, and he went ahead and he stretched forth his, just say, and he took the knife and he did what he had to do. So Moshe went ahead and struck the rock. The Rebbe tells us because a tzaddik is so holy, a tzaddik knows what he's supposed to do. A tzaddik's body is so channeled, if that's the right word, is so conditioned to do what's on Hashem. So anything which is not the what's on Hashem, he doesn't do naturally. So since by the Akedah, we know the end of the story, okay, was that he wasn't supposed to shech Yitzchak, right? Just bring him up as an Ola. So the arm didn't go ahead naturally and take the knife because the body knew the end of the story that he wasn't actually supposed to shech Yitzchak. So he had to go ahead and he had to go keneged his teva, against his nature, and go ahead and outstretch and stretch out his arm in order to grab the knife to do it. Over here too, since it was wrong, hitting the rock was not what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to speak to the rock. Therefore, so the Torah said that he had to go ahead and he had to raise his arm in order to go ahead and take the stick to hit the rock, because naturally the body wouldn't do that because it was connected to what's on Hashem. What a beautiful lesson. That tzaddikim, people who are so holy, the whole body becomes so kadosh, so holy, that they naturally won't do anything which is not the will of Hashem. And that's why the Torah says, by Moshe Rabbeinu, by Avram Avinu, that they had to go keneged, against the nature of their body, because what they were about to do was not what Hashem wanted. That is the word from the Divrei Shaul, Rabbi Yosef Shaul Nathanson, based on this pshat from Rabbi Nachman Mendel Rimanov, which is very nice. My question is, again, if the tzaddik saw that he had to overcome the nature in order, because that wasn't what Hashem wanted, so why didn't he realize, both Avram Avinu and Moshe Rabbeinu, that that's not what Hashem wanted? If your body naturally does what it's supposed to do, you realize, oh, that's the what's on Hashem. But since you had to go connected your teva, against your nature, in order to do what you think is the right thing, but it's not the right thing, so why did Moshe and Avram realize, hey, if my body is not doing this, if I have to go connected the nature to do it, then maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. That is my question that I'm leaving you with. Shabbat Shalom.